Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, they are back at it with a new movie called Highest to Lowest. It's in movie theaters. It will stream on Apple TV Plus on September 5th. This is the trailer.
New mixes of mood music. I need a theme. Theme music. Hey!
Wake up, y'all. The king's here.
Got to pay back. Hey!
Buying back, stacking his records.
It's a lot of money.
There's more to life than just making money. It's integrity. That's what you stand for.
What you think? I think you gotta be a little crazy sometimes in this world to get what you want.
King David, now ain't this son? I got your full attention now, huh? You finally listening to me.
Somebody's got Trey.
What do you mean somebody's got?
Somebody's kidnapped our son.
$17.5 million in an all-black Jordan backpack. Try me if you think I'm playing.
I ain't got.
Out the trunk from the front. 11 a.m. board the 4 train on the money-making Manhattan.
You let him go, I make sure you set free.
It's too late for all that.
It's never too late.
You're not God no more, nigga. I am.
35 and I'm still a pretty guy.
I gotta feed the streets, my lady, and a newborn kid. And I ain't trying to go back and do another bid, dig?
I know what it is to risk everything you have for something that you want. I know what that means, to have nothing and want everything.
What is that? Insurance. That's Jake from State Farm.
Shout out to my felons, boy, we caught another felon. Shout out to my felons, boy, we caught another felony. Shout out to my felons, boy.
I can't go out like this, you know that.
Shout out to my felons.
Well, then his blood is gonna be on your hands then.
Pack out the trunk.
Oh, you want to do this?
I got into this by myself. I'm gonna get out of it by myself. Where's my money? I got the 4-pounder sitting right here. Don't try nothing funny.
Well, folks, I had a chance to sit down with Spike Lee to talk about those two back together again. Here's our conversation.
All right, Spike, and I know we're here to talk about your movie, but you and I, we can't, it always got to be a sports conversation. How your little Yankees doing?
Well, you know what? The Knicks were easy to conversation.
We just skipped the baseball season, huh?
Not easy to conversation. You know what would be a great if we make the Rockets meet the Knicks.
Hey, I'm telling you.
You know, that's the Elijah, you know, Pat Ewing. So that'd be great if we in the future, the near future, we meet in the NBA finals.
Well, in the spring, I've already circled the date, Madison Square Garden. Last night, I was like, oh, I got to hit Spike. I said, we got to go to the game together because, man, listen, y'all balled out, got a new coach. Hey, we got a young team. I think it's going to be a fantastic.
I love your coach, too. I love your coach, too.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be all good, and I think so we'll see what happens. Man, let's get to it. You and Denzel back together again.
Like the song Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway, but I'm not gonna sing it.
Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell.
What song?
What don't matter. I'm talking about great duets.
No, I thought that you were gonna say a song from their great songs.
You're all I need to get by.
Oh, there you go.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
Marvin and Tammy.
That's it.
Donnie and Roberta, the greats.
How long has it been since y'all did a movie together?
Inside Man it's like 18 and 19. What is it? Can tell me what the number is? 19 years. I did not know, Roland. I did not know.
Wow.
Expired between Inside Man and this new joint, the new joint by the dynamic duo, Highest to Lowest. And I did not know that till a journalist told me. So,
man.
But it's not like Denzel and I did not know that, and I feel like that. And it wasn't a situation where we felt like we had to relearn and redone the previous 4 films. It was like Highest to Lowest was yesterday. You know, that's how deep our relationship goes.
And again, 19 years, because it seemed like, man, I swear, for a while there, every year it was a movie coming out. Listen, I still talk about, we just had our Black Journalists Convention, National Association of Black Journalists in Cleveland. And I tell people all the time, they debuted Mo Better Blues at the convention, and I remember just sitting in that movie theater, mesmerized. The colors, Ernest Dickerson. One of my favorite Spike Lee joints, Mo Better Blues. Bleak.
The Mo Better makes it Mo Better.
Mo Better, and you want some more of that Mo Better? Yeah, I want some more of that Mo Better.
I think we delivered with this new joint, the highest to lowest.
Let's talk about that. Because what for this newest, what inspired you? The setting, music exec, Denzel's the boss. My goodness, you got the amazing Jeffrey Wright. How did this come together?
Well, this is a film that was made in 1963, post-war Japan, by the great, magnificent Japanese director Akira Kurosawa, which he adapted by Ed McMahon, called King's Ransom. So this script been going around and around for years, and ended up in Denzel's hands. And it takes place in New York, and the whole music that was in there. And Denzel blessed me by saying, "Spike, I want us to work again. This film takes to New York, New York, front and backwards." And that's how it happened. It was, I did not know it was 19 years ago since The Inside Man. But Roland, here's the approach we had, because we did not want to we were not doing a remake. We were doing a reinterpretation. So
explain that for the audience that doesn't understand what that means.
It means that you respect the original, but you're not trying to do everything that was done, and you're trying to expand it at. So, Roland, here's the big thing. I'm a great jazz musician. So we could see Julie Andrews singing my favorite things in The Sound of Music, written by Roger Hammerstein. Great. American standard. But what did Coltrane do? What did Miles Davis when he did My Funny Valentine? What did Elvis Gerald and Louis Armstrong do when they did the album Porgy and Bess? It's reinterpretations of great standards. And that's the approach we took with this film.
It's a crime thriller. You obviously have the amazing Denzel Washington. But when I saw the trailer, I went, "Oh my God. Spike has Denzel and Jeffrey Wright together." Talk about that combo, because you're talking about, Jeffrey Wright is, I've said this numerous times, I believe is one of the most underrated, underappreciated actors in Hollywood.
You're not lying. So since you ain't lying, say it again for the last row.
Again, and I've told this to him directly, and I'm going to send him a text when we get done. Jeffrey Wright, flat out, one of the most underappreciated actors. In fact, I believe that it's the same thing I said to Delroy Lindo when you did the movie with him, the Vietnam movie. The Five Bloods. And same thing. So it's just, unfortunately, the way Hollywood works, these amazing actors don't get the juicy roles, things along those lines. But just talk about those two together on screen, they're how they flow back and forth.
Or number one, and thank you for saying that. And also, there's deep love and respect between them. Deep. Game recognizes game. I'm going to repeat that. Game recognizes game. And when you have two giants, no matter what we're talking about, sports, whatever, that come together from a place where it's not competition, but love and respect, it just lifts up teams in sports, and the same thing in the art, in music and film. And so it was a blessing to have these two in this film, and you got to add Wendell Pierce. You know, he don't sleep on Wendell Pierce. And then
There you go.
Then you got the new Jack, the new kid on the block, A$AP Rocky, who's bringing it too. Don't sleep on Rocky in this film. You know, he goes toe to toe with Denzel.
So you just mentioned two of the brothers. So give people a sense of what it was like on that set. And you have, frankly, you got the OG, you got the OG and Denzel, the seasoned vets in Jeffrey and Wendell, and then the young cat in A$AP, and how the four of them mesh to really create something dynamic on the big screen.
To be honest, it wasn't a thing. You know, everybody knew what their position was, what was required. I called the play. They went into formation. you know, Roland, you know I'm going to work sports in here somewhere. You know?
Of course.
People did their job. People knew their job. They read the script. They knew what was required. And here's the most important thing. They're coming to this with love.
Mm-hmm.
Love, respect. And when you come from that place of love and admiration, the bullshit doesn't get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
One of the things that I think also is another character is, frankly, the setting of the movie, the energy, the speed, all of that. I think that's a lot of times that's often overlooked. I remember when 12 Years a Slave came out, and I never forget how Steve McQueen used that sound for these really, really, really long spaces that actually made it very uncomfortable.
Right.
And I was watching, I remarked that. I look at movies a little bit differently.
Right.
But the sound, the energy, the pacing of the city, I believe also plays a role in a movie like this.
It's a character. New York City is another character in the film. And I think, you know, this film's go down as one of the great New York City films that have been great ones. I mean, films by Scorsese, Sid Lumet, Dog the Afternoon with Pacino, Billy Freakin's The French Connection. So there's a history of great, great films where New York City is a character, and I hope people add this film to that list.
You've done so many movies in the nation's capital, Film Registry. What still excites you? What still gets you fired up? What still brings you joy?
Outside of sports?
Yes, outside of sports. Outside of being in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. You didn't think I saw that?
As a fan. But Roland, you know, all jokes aside, I thank you for that question, because something I think about often now more in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Next year is going to be my 4th decade as a filmmaker, about 40 years. And it's a blessing because I say this to my class, you know, I'm a tenured professor of film at NYU Graduate Film School, also artistic director of the school, is that I'm blessed. And when an individual is able to make a living doing what they love, it's a blessing. And the majority of these people on this God's earth go to their grave having worked at a job they hated. And they're not going to let their children not have food on the table, pillows in the back, or a roof over heads. So you got to do what you got to do for your family. But the joy is not coming from that profession or job you have. So I'm blessed. I'm doing what I love. I have great friends like yourself. And I'm artistic. I come from artistic families. And I'm success, which my father would never had. Great musician, did the scores for my films. She's Gonna Have His School Days, Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues. So it's a blessing. But it's my opinion that if you ain't working hard, you ain't busting your ass, them blessings ain't coming.
Tyler Perry said,
It's just not gonna fall out of the heavens and you're the next, what?
Boom. That's the one thing. When I travel around this country and young people come up to me and they say, I want to do what you do. And I say, well, this is what I tell her. But do you want to do what I do?
Uh-oh.
And they step back. Then they step back.
So you don't break it down.
And I walk them through. I just had 5 interns who just finished. I mean, we were sitting right here. I literally just landed in Indianapolis. Race to the hotel. Room's not ready. Not a problem. Set the laptop up. External camera, light, wireless microphone. I didn't bring anybody with me. And what I told them was, I said, if you want to do what I do and get what I've gotten, then you got to do what I do. It's called work ethic, and it's studying.
Hold on, Roland. Repeat those 2 words again.
I tell everybody it's work ethic. You have to combine work ethic, studying your craft, because they go together. Because you just said something when you were talking about your students, your class. When I interviewed Maddie Rich and I FaceTime you, and Maddie and he and Spike, you may not have seen the interview, but dude, he was crying. And he said, man, I was holding that thing in 20 years. He says, I now understand what Spike was trying to tell me back then. And here's Maddie now teaching in a film school. And his wife came up to me at Essence and she said, Roland, you don't understand. He was carrying that burden for 20 years. And what you were saying to him then was, you made a good movie. You made a great movie. You're getting all of his attention. Study your craft, work ethic, focus on understanding how to do this, the nuances. And he said, and it's amazing he's not doing that. And so many people, Spike, they want the selfies, they want the riches, they want to be able to be known, to connect with the celebrities, but they don't want to do the work.
You got to do the work. Got to put the work in. But no, can I add to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing.
This your interview.
Here's the secret. Here's the secret. If you love what you're doing, it's not work. Uh-oh.
Boom.
If you love what you do, it's not work.
If I was Terrence, if I was Morris Chestnut in Best Man, sustained.
That's the
sustained.
Beauty. That's the beauty. If you find, here's the thing, though. Everybody doesn't look. It's unfortunate. Everybody doesn't find that something that they love. But when you do, you're gonna. Well, if you love it, you're not thinking about the hardships you have to go through to get where you want to get there. But when you love something, when you are blessed to find something that you want to do, something you want to devote the rest of your life to, whatever it is, it's not work. And that's why.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
But here's the thing, though. It's the trick, because you're tricking your mind. You know it's hard, but your mind is tricked because you love what you're doing. So the hard work stop you from doing where you got to get to.
Dude,
we're dropping pearls today, baby.
No, I mean what you just said. I'm telling you, it's like when people they stop me and they say, "Hey, Roland, this your sister's birthday party. You got 4 cameras going and you're shooting stuff." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was work." I mean, it was just, so for me, I get joy out of shooting. I get joy. See, everything for me, people don't realize, Spike, I went to communications high school. I learned behind the camera before I was in front of the camera.
Well, so repeat it again. Repeat that again.
I learned behind the camera before I got in front of the camera. And I was excellent at that. So shooting and setting up cameras and setting up mics and framing shots, I was doing that in the 10th, 11th grade. So what about being in front of the camera? In fact, you're going to love this, Spike. We couldn't walk into the TV studio the first semester. We had to learn cables, definitions, and everything. So the second semester, Mary waits, unlocks the door, and all the students rush to the set. Exactly what I said. I turned my right. I said, where does the person sit who tell them what to do? And she said, they sit in over there. I said, I'll be over there. That was the control room. Mm. And so, but it's the work ethic. And so even though 4 Halls of Fame, multiple honorary degrees, I still get joy out of a new piece of equipment, Spike. Oh, I can do this. I can do that. And that's the love.
L-O-V-E.
That's the love.
Love. You know, you could just, I know it might sound simplistic, but L-O-V-E. L-O-V-E.
Absolutely.
That's the key. And the sad thing is that sometimes people don't find, for whatever reason, that joy or that love. And it's sad.
Yeah, that is sad.
And also, let me jump right here. You could just tell. Roland, you ever been around people, and the energy you get is like, it's just off and like,
yeah.
And you just after that, you're like, I ain't gonna be around them no more because I don't want to catch what they got.
No, seriously, I appreciate God giving me discernment. There are folk, I'm like, matter of fact, I told somebody this, they thought I was lying. I said, I've met a lot of celebrities. It's some people, I don't want their phone number.
Bad
Straight
energy.
Up. It's
bad energy.
It's some cats.
I don't
want their phone number. I don't want to talk to them again. If I see them, I'm gonna stay on this side. I might wave, keep it moving. And they like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I don't. And because again, other folk can bring you down. That negativity, man. I don't want that thing around me. I don't even want you speaking to my family members.
That energy is bad.
yeah. The operative word is bad. It's bad.
Not the way Michael said it, though.
Say it again.
Not the way Michael sang it.
Yeah, no. He said bad. We talking about bad.
Yeah. You know how we be flipping stuff.
When a person sits in that seat and they sit down and watch the movie. And for me, I was taught, again, by Mary Waits, you watch till the end of the credits. She said, because don't leave when the action's over. She said, because the credits, that's how that movie got made. So ever since high school, I literally stayed in that seat.
Right.
But as a director, what do you want a moviegoer to walk out of that theater saying after they watch this movie? Or what do you want them to feel?
Denzel is such a magnificent actor, definitely one of the greatest living actors today. And this film is about choices, morality, ethics. And you have an actor like Denzel, the audience watching this performance puts himself in Denzel's shoes. And so when that happens, they become engaged. And the choices they see Denzel make, they ask themselves, if I was in Denzel's shoes, what choice would I make and not make? And that's when great cinema, for me, occurs when audiences become engaged, and ask themselves, what would I do? For example, this film, there's a mishandled kidnapping, and I'm just gonna say it, might be giving away to some, but it's in the trailer though, so that's all right. If your son or child or relative is kidnapped, but there was a mistake and they grabbed the wrong person.
Oh.
But the person who's doing the kidnapping said, I don't care if I made a mistake. You still gotta pay the money. Would you pay $17.5 million for a son or daughter that wasn't yours. So the audience is thinking they see what's happening on screen, but then it comes deeper. What would I do in that situation?
Yep. That's choices. And the problem is Denzel's so good. I got Henry works on my staff. He said, man, he's so good. He had me pulling for Frank Lucas in American Gangster. He was like, he said, he walked out of the church house like, come on, Frank, get away. I mean, but again, but what you just said right there, that tells you when a person brings such power to a character that you cheer for the bad guy.
And there's only a few people on this earth can do that, and our brother from Money on Mount Vernon is one of them.
I gotta ask you this here, because I know you got a bunch of other interviews stuff along those. I gotta ask you this here. Somebody said, Lord, Denzel turned 70 and he just been snapping on everybody.
Oh, recently, right? He tore up Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Boy, said, all money ain't good money.
These sports talking heads. I mean, Denzel been snapping on everybody. They said, man, the brother turned 70. He got saved again, became a preacher. They said he been lighting everybody up.
He caught fire. And I'm telling you, you don't want to get caught in that fire. Let me from experience. You don't want to get caught in that fire when D goes off on your ass.
Well,
you don't want that fire. You don't want it. You don't want it.
You're going to love this one. So I met Paulette, his wife, and Sam's wife, LaTanya, before I met Denzel and Sam. So I had their phone numbers before. I don't have Denzel's, I got Sam. But the funny thing is, I text Paulette, we text all the time. And man, when I heard that Denzel was a Cowboy fan, and Spike, you understand, I hate the Cowboys more than I hate the Klan. I'm 100% Houston. Man, he started talking smack. Wait a minute. He started talking smack, and she's transcribing his smack talking, and I was talking back. So I said,
texting each other? You were texting each other?
No. I was texting Paulette.
All right.
And I was trashing the Cowboys, and Paulette was relaying to him what I was texting. He was telling her what to text back to me, and it was like this here.
I know that was funny.
Oh, absolutely. Because I can't stand the Cowboys. I want them to go lose every preseason game and go 0-16.
But you have love for the orange and blue, though, right?
Who's that? Oh yeah, the Astros. Absolutely.
Oh, the Knicks.
No.
You guys are black and orange, not blue and orange.
No, we're blue and orange. I'm sorry.
Why you steal that?
I'm sorry. We're blue and no. We're blue and majestic orange. No, we always had our blue. I got the old school rainbow J.R. Richards jersey.
Whoa. What year was the expansion year of the Houston Astros?
19 with the Colt 45s, and then in the late 60s became the Houston Astros.
What was the year?
I don't know, like 68, 69.
The New York Knickerbockers, one of the charted members of NBA. We were orange and blue way before you guys. So
I know, what? But y'all haven't won a title since the original Shaft came out.
That was a good one. Shaft, he's a bad mother. Isaac Hayes.
Shut your mouth.
We always have a good time together.
Who was the biggest surprise in this movie that caused you to go, damn, they good?
Well, what I would say for the audience, my brother, they're gonna say A$AP Rocky. He's in there swinging. they're trading shots, Denzel and ASAP in this film, and what wasn't scripted, it turned to a rap battle.
Really?
Denzel dropping Nas, Illmatic.
That's the thing. See, Denzel's competitive because you talked about in He Got Game when he was like, "Listen, I ain't getting beat. I'm gonna score something. I'm gonna hit some."
He wasn't gonna be a donut. He was gonna at least score some baskets. And another thing, Roland, real quick, is that Denzel played JV at Fordham, and PJ Charisma was coach.
Really? Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I just had one of my interns runs track at Fordham. She was just on played JV.
Before the Rams.
But see, I just love that part again. So whether it was He Got Game or what you just described, the competitive nature is like, oh, so you're a rapper? Okay, all right, okay. I mean, don't think I'm an old geezer. I got something for you too.
But the reason why that works, Roland, it just lifts the whole film up. So it's not done for selfish purposes. It's done to make the film better.
There you go.
Go a little dig deeper. It's about love.
Right. But see, this is the mistake that I think people make when they talk about competition. Mm-hmm. Competition ain't bad. Magic said Larry made him better. Larry said Magic made him better. Bill Russell said Wilt made him better. Wilt said Bill Russell made him better. The OJs, Eddie Levert, the OJs said the Temptations made them better. The Temptations said the Four Tops made them better. It drives me crazy when folk are scared to look at somebody else and their greatness challenge you to be greater. And
that's why this whole thing about who's the GOAT is oh man, I'm done with that.
I hate it. I think it's stupid.
Michael don't give a you know what about that. And I think that it's gone overboard with this LeBron Michael thing. I mean, it's why can't they both be great? I mean, it's gone overboard, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired.
I don't even want to. The thing for me, Spike, I don't want to hear the greatest stuff because you can't act like Kareem didn't exist, the Big O didn't exist, and Bill Russell didn't exist. So to me, it's just stupid. I don't want to hear it. To me, you revel in the greatness of all of them. And that, to me, I think is the most important.
Growing up in Brooklyn, the thing was who's better, Mickey Mann or Willie Mays? And you know I was saying to say, hey, kid, Willie Mays.
There you go. There you go. Last question for you, Spike. If you had to sit down and somebody, no, I don't want to ask that question. You were in a group, you go somewhere, you in a classroom with a group of students. And this is shocking, but they don't know who Spike Lee is. Let's go to the future. We are 100 years in the future, and you're in a classroom with a group of students. Of all your movies, what movie would you want to show them that speaks to who you are?
Malcolm X. And I think that Denzel gave one of the greatest performances in film ever in his depiction of my brother, Malcolm. And that's the film that had the most writing on it. I don't know if I ever told you this, but before we did the film, I called up the Minister Farrakhan, said, my beloved, we got to talk. So I flew to Chicago and sat down with the minister because I cannot put cast or crew in danger. You know, I cannot have the Fruit of Islam FOIs roll up on set. We had a great meeting, and Minister Farrakhan, I've said this publicly before, so it's not a secret. He said, Spike, I really cannot comment on what you'll say about Honorable Elijah Muhammad. No, he said, I really can't comment on what you said about Brother Malcolm. But be very careful what you say about Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And then when the movie came out, I got this letter from Minister Farrakhan saying how much he loved the film, and I framed it, and it's up on the wall in my office. But I had to do that. I had to go to Chicago and sit down with him. I had to do that.
But you also, and this is the off-screen part, you also with them let the Teamsters know, y'all don't hire some black drivers.
Oh, yeah. The Teamsters are a union. You know, they drive the trucks. And I met with Tommy O'Donnell. And I said, look, why are there no black Teamsters? Look, if you don't put some let some brothers and sisters into the union, I'm having FOI drive the trucks. And it wasn't a threat. I just look. And I know you don't want to be messing with the brothers from the Fruit of Islam. So that was really a great moment. Now, if you understand that historically, these unions have kept minorities and women out.
Yep.
That was a big, big, big breakthrough.
Yep. Well, look, Spike, you have done some truly amazing things, man. It's always great when we get to chop it up. I really hope. And let me tell you something right now.
When you're talking about sports, right?
And let me tell you something. This I need everybody to understand in terms of my love for you, my love for Denzel, my love for Jeffrey Wright and Wendell Pierce. See, these streaming services, they don't spend money, they barely spend any money on black-owned media. And I have a typical rule when they got movies.
A different conversation.
There you go. And I have a rule. They all call me to push the product, but they don't want to spend no money on advertising. So an exception was made for this movie and you, Apple Studios, A24.
No. I said, yo, don't let me, you don't want, you better call Roland and get us in.
Yeah, because see, the deal is
let's be honest. So no ownership, not ownership, but
advertising.
Advertising has ever been bought from Apple?
The only thing ever, it was when the movie Swagger came out, when the show Swagger came out, and they came to me, they asked me to moderate a panel. I had to cast on the show, and it was like a $10,000 deal. And, you know, and the sister who was there, I had hooked up with, who was an NABJ, and they were talking, we want to do this much broader thing. And I ain't got a problem saying it. I reached out to some other executives there, and the CMO at Apple wouldn't even meet with me. They've never spent any money. And we talking about Apple, Hulu, Paramount, Stars, all these people. And this is what I tell them. Y'all want my audience to watch your stuff, and you want to bring your stars for interviews, but then you don't want to spend any advertising money. And I told,
that's a goddamn shame. And look, word is bond. I will be speaking to Apple.
Brother, I appreciate it. Because
word is bond.
I mean,
and thank you. And thank you for doing this without getting any advertisement. But this will be the last time.
My brother, I appreciate it. Highest to lowest. Folks, check it out.
It's in the theaters. Let's see it in the theaters.
It's in theaters, IMAX, see on the big screen, and then later it'll be streaming. But catch it in the movie theaters first. That's a whole different experience than watch it on your little bit of TV at home. Spike.
Whoa, hold up. Them TVs are big ass monitors all now.
Okay, you're right. I do have a couple of 82-inch TVs.
One thing I'm asking of you. Next time we're on, you got to learn how to do the tighten up from Archie Bell and the Drills.
Not Spike. You understand?
Go to YouTube.
It's videos all on YouTube of me dancing. So that ain't a problem.
Are you doing it tightened up though? Archie Bell.
That ain't a problem.
What?
All right, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna show you that next time. Since you're gonna challenge your brother. Since you're gonna challenge your brother.
Love.
But I love it. I appreciate my brother. Tell the wife I said hello.
Okay, I will.
All right, brother. Peace.
Yeah.
New mixes of mood music. I need a theme. Theme music.
Wake up, y'all. The king's here.
Got to pay back.
Buying back, stacking his records. It's a lot of money. There's more to life than just making money. It's integrity. That's what you stand for.
What you think? I think you gotta be a little crazy sometimes in this world to get what you want.
King David, now ain't this something? I got your full attention now, huh? You finally listening to me.
Somebody's got Trey.
What do you mean somebody's got?
Somebody's kidnapped our son.
$17.5 million in an all-black Jordan backpack.
Try me if you think I'm playing.
I ain't got.
Back out the trunk from the front.
11 a.m. board the 4 train going to money-making Manhattan.
You let him go, I make sure you set free.
It's too late for all that.
It's never too late.
You're not God no more, I am.
Front to the back. At 35, and I'm still a pretty guy.
I gotta feed the streets, my lady, and a newborn kid. And I ain't trying to go back and do another bid, you dig?
I know what it is to risk everything you have for something that you want. I know what that means, to have nothing and want everything.
What is that? Insurance. That's Jake from State Farm.
Shout out to my felons, boy, we caught another felony. Shout out to my felons, boy, we caught another felony. Shout out to my felons, boy.
I can't go out like this, you know that.
Shout out to my felons.
Well, then his blood is gonna be on your hands then.
Pack out the trunk.
How you wanna do this? I got into this by myself. I'm gonna get out of it by myself.
Where's my money? I got the 4-pounder sitting right here. Don't try nothing funny.